Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. I've been offering my psychological and practical reactions to the latest corona news, and here's what's going through my head today. So, they're saying the curve in some areas may be starting to flatten. That may make it a little harder to stay vigilant, but Marty, you gotta remember that the antiseptic term flattening just means that the rate of death is slowing. Deaths are still increasing, just at a lower rate. Maybe. Remember, Marty, there's little downside in taking moderate precautions. Wear the damn mask in the supermarket. Don't touch your face until you get home. Then wash your hands and don't throw any parties. Yeah, but what about today's report that a zookeeper gave corona to a tiger? A tiger! I sure hope the public doesn't think that means they can't pet a dog. The overwhelming evidence is that the risk is negligible. We may be taking a bigger risk when we take a walk, tripping on a raised sidewalk, getting robbed by a miscreant, getting run over by a buzzed driver. Substance abuse is up amid corona. My bet is that the stress reduction of petting a doggy, which is 100% certainty, makes the risk-reward of petting clearly on the side of petting. Pet on, Marty. I'm sad but not surprised that domestic abuse is rising. I've always thought it was a miracle that the institution of marriage has lasted as long as it has. Maybe that's because spouses spend so much time apart. Well, that ain't happening now. Come on, guys, and the women with rolling pins. If you get pissed, okay, when you get pissed, breathe and take a walk. I walked my dog this morning to see a new amateurish sign at the corner. Fix your credit. I walked another block and saw the same one. Pigs. I'll bet it's a sign for some shyster business that will somehow take advantage of people in distress. That reminds me of how much pain people are suffering, and alas, will increasingly suffer for God knows how long. But I also have this so socially unacceptable thought that's rolling around in my head. I'm afraid to say it for risk of appearing cold. I worry that the cure is going to turn out to be worse than the disease. We have shut down the world economy, perhaps for months more, which will likely cause many, many businesses to go belly up, and many more to survive only by reducing staff. So there'll be massive long-term misery from the and underemployment. People, human beings, unable to pay rent, buy food, get health care. And that'll spawn increased crime. I can picture an already beleaguered person having his or her home invaded. And all this effort for what? Enabling mainly old people to live a little longer so they can die a more protracted and painful death from cancer, heart disease, and the sequelae of diabetes, stroke, blindness, amputation? Are we being honest enough as we evaluate the wisest set of responses to corona? Well, there, Marty, you've said it. Now gird yourself for an onslaught of insults. Marty, even honesty should have its limits. You have no filter. You're a fool. Shut up, Marty. All this blaming, including finger-pointing by politicians and by the media, is so unfair. This is a largely unexpected cataclysm of biblical proportions. It's easy to have 20/20 hindsight. You can't blame Cuomo for, in 2015, choosing to spend on things other than ventilators. You can't blame Trump for only banning Chinese tourism in January, or that there was too few or too flawed test kits. You can't blame the government for spending trillions it doesn't have to prop up the economy. Looking back, it may or may not have been the wisest thing. You can't blame the corona modelers for being wrong. Models are models, whether corona or climate change models. They're all just best guesses, subject to revision given new data. After all, that's the basis of the oh-so-vaunted machine learning. The computer keeps teaching itself based on experience so that future predictions are improved. The pandemic fell on us suddenly. The wise apolitical approach is to recognize that nearly everyone, from clerks to CEOs, companies to government, are doing the best that humankind can. Stop with the finger pointing. It's only going to encourage more. Don't spread videos of looting. It'll only encourage more. Look for the good in humankind. I don't recall a time in my lifetime when there was more good that humankind is showing. Marty, remind yourself to close each email with, "Stay safe but have fun." That's my best advice, at least as of today. Anyway, I thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and I love it if you hit the share button below and share it on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I'm flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And in any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.